Elon Musk finally exposed Joe Biden's corruption. President Joe Biden and Tesla CEO Elon Musk's dispute doesn't appear to be going away anytime soon. After the president failed to mention Tesla during his hour-long State of the Union address on Tuesday, Musk claimed that nobody was watching Biden. Musk said that nobody is watching the State of the Union. Biden praised Ford and GM's combined $18 billion investments in the production of electric automobiles. Tesla, a major manufacturer of electric vehicles, wasn't addressed in Biden's address to the nation. Tesla has created over 50,000 U.S. jobs producing electric vehicles and is investing more than double Ford and GM combined, Musk subsequently tweeted in response to Biden. After the ongoing conflict between a billionaire and a commander-in-chief was reported, Biden failed to address it before Musk's most recent remarks. Forbes estimates that Musk, who also owns the space exploration company SpaceX, has a net worth of about $235 billion. Despite recent investments from GM and Ford to increase manufacturing in an industry-wide drive to electrification, Tesla still sells the majority of electric vehicles in the U.S. Biden routinely invites executives from GM, Ford, and Stellantis NV, three automakers whose hourly workers are United Auto Workers members, to speak on behalf of manufacturers supporting the move as he suggests initiatives geared at boosting EV sales. Musk previously stated that while stating that the government had nothing to worry about if he was ever invited to a White House event, but Biden explicitly disregarded Tesla. A meeting at the White House, hosted by Biden with other business leaders, such as CEOs from Ford and GM, has not yet been attended by Musk. According to persons with knowledge of the situation, Biden and senior White House officials have quietly informed their allies that they do not currently have any plans to invite Musk to any planned meetings with senior executives. To speak openly about personal conversations, these participants choose not to give their names. Musk has previously criticized the president on Twitter, most recently in late January during a briefing with other business executives where Biden met with the CEOs of General Motors and Ford to discuss the president's Build Back Better project, which has stalled in Congress. Biden was referred to as a damp sock puppet in human form by Musk in a tweet. More than half a dozen people with knowledge of the situation claim that the president and his administration are upset by Musk's criticism behind the scenes. According to a person familiar with the conversations, Biden's advisors have quietly opposed inviting Musk to upcoming business gatherings out of concern that the outspoken businessman may say something embarrassing about the president or the government. For Musk, CEO of one of the other significant car makers with the U.S. headquarters and an EV pioneer, it has been a source of aggravation. He criticized Biden's government as not the friendliest administration and said that unions control it. At its facilities, Tesla has vigorously resisted unionization efforts. There is nowhere left for any automaker to run after the Biden administration's pledge to increase sales of electric vehicles to 50% of new car purchases by 2030. With the help of laws, consumer incentives, and subsidies for automakers and battery manufacturers, Europe and China were already actively promoting electric vehicles. The three biggest automakers in the world are moving away from the internal combustion at a faster rate than anyone anticipated a few years ago, thanks to President Biden's vow to adopt a similar approach. Farley and Barra informed Biden that they were in favor of lifting the 200,000 vehicle cap on sales of electric vehicles, EVs, eligible for a federal tax credit and expanding the credit so that buyers could get up to $12,500 in savings on the cost of a new EV. Barra also advocated for $52 billion in domestic semiconductor chip financing and tax subsidies for improved manufacturing of batteries and other products. Musk is adamantly opposed to this notion, not because Tesla won't benefit from this approach, but rather because it is insufficient. He claims that this approach simply prioritizes the incorrect issues. He claimed that the plan was fraught with difficulties, one of which was how to avoid raising the national debt. Although the world has long awaited for this legislation, it reduces the use of non-renewable energy sources and promotes a sustainable environment. Elon Musk emphasized that it would result in bad things. It will firstly raise the price of solar energy. Tesla suggested that the government alter the concept in light of the public's comments. It claims that minor modifications to the solar panel technology are recommended based on the current setup. Overall, Musk believes that this plan is dishonest and intended to just benefit the government. He claims that this action is being taken under the pretense of helping the public. It just helps the government. To further support his argument, Musk even spoke with the CEO of the Wall Street Journal, imploring them at all costs not to approve the measure. He emphasized how biased this action is. Since the Tesla Act deficit was previously erased by the government, this measure will reinstate it. The Tesla will become more affordable thanks to this bill, while Ford will remain at the same price. Additionally, General Motors will cost $12,500 less. A total of $7.5 billion will be spent on electric charging stations as a result of this regulation. This plan is a waste of money in Musk's opinion. He added that the government has made this move to boost sales for automakers that are adverse to sharing their super network. The bill's primary objective is to help Tesla's rivals. It encapsulates Musk's brisk conflict with the government.